Hey guys, how you doing? Good morning, good evening, good afternoon to all those around the world, man. Welcome back to another Pokemon Unite video featuring Charizard on the way to Masters again. By the way, for those of you who are interested in it, I will be posting videos like I normally do on the daily, but on Decidueye's release day, keep a lookout. Because on my videos that will be posted, I will be posting gift cards inside those videos. Now they will be on screen, not in the description. So the first person that finds it throughout the video, what have you, will get them. And I will be doing Nintendo eShop card, Google Play, and or iTunes. So what that means is everyone has a chance and opportunity to pick it up. That way they're able to pick up Decidueye, because apparently the game decides to, cap us out on coins. That way you can't get all the Pokemon you want right away. You know what I mean? It's like every other week or so you're able to get a Pokemon. It's very obnoxious and it sucks for free-to-play players. But at the end of the day, like, we have a community going on here. We got a Discord going on. I get all the comments, the love, the likes, what have you. So I'm trying to, make sure everyone else can, can get something out of it, can have a fun time. But in any case, we're going to be here playing Charizard in the jungle. We're running a different setup than we normally do. So generally speaking, we'd run like Muscle Band and Scope Lens and like a Buddy Barrier, give or take, or what's it called, Focus Band or what have you. Today, we're running a Tank Charizard. I know that's wild, right? But just like my Sylveon video I put out recently, where a lot of people play Sylveon, give or take, Hyper Voice or Mystic Fire, generally Hyper Voice, and they go full on flat damage. You know what I mean? And if you just set yourself up and you play a tankier variant, you can do as much DPS and keep yourself alive for those team fights, those engagements, those Pokemon that have to be in that fight to be effective, like Charizard. If you sit here and you go full on DPS, you essentially have your Unite move. You Unite move, and then you can just mow down a couple targets, but after that, you're pretty much, your fodder. Now, there are a lot of very, very good Charizard players out there. I know you're out there. I know you guys love playing this Pokemon, and you guys wish he was in a better spot in everybody's tier list, for example. And for those of you that are really, really good with this Pokemon, it shows. It really does. You get really high win rate. You're wanted on competitive teams. Charizard is actually really, really good. But sadly enough, he's not played that much because in the hands of the average player, they don't see Charizard as viable. They don't see Charizard as very good. I'm not here to tell you this because you already know if you like Charizard. You know Charizard is really good. But I'm here to show you that you can play Charizard in a tankier setup and do just fine. And when I mean just fine, I mean you go in, you're the tank for your squad, dude. In a solo queue and a group play, what have you, I'm running in here. There's a 1v3 right here on my face, and I'm still alive when Mr. Mime was trying to do this. He almost had it, but Cinderace came out of nowhere with the kick. It is what it is. Everybody gets one in that aspect. But I want to let you guys know we're running Assault Vest, right? It's always in the thumbnail from now on, by the way. I'm running Assault Vest. We're picking up Focus Band, and we're running Buddy Barrier. No damage items. Why? Because you don't need them. Your goal is to sit here and be that tank. You will get kills no matter what. The reason being is because you're bulky, right? So the longer you're alive in that team fight, the more instance of how much damage you can deal in that team fight, let alone the enemy Pokemon just blowing Unite moves on you and or other Pokemon, and you're still alive because you're bulky. Now, if you don't understand how this works, so Charizard's passive ability, just like Venusaur and we call it Blastoise and stuff, we have one Greninja when we get low HP. When Charizard's low HP, he gets crit rate increase. It's pretty massive crit rate. Now, this is why you'll see his auto attack critting, but it never crits for very much, right? Regardless if you're running full damage, it doesn't crit very much. But you have that chance to crit with it. Whereas right here in the situation, I'm super bulky. I'm fighting this Greninja, I'm fighting this Cinderace player, and it's no problem. We're able to take them down. Why? So the way this works is Fire Punch. You have that gap closer, right? You got that disengage. What it does is when you land Fire Punch on a target, you lower their damage of that target that you hit by 5%. And considering you're already bulky as it is, you don't take that much burst damage. And Assault Vest protects you from magical damage right away. For magical, or for special attack damage. Y'all know what I mean. For special attack damage. Whereas Flare Blitz, when you Flare Blitz a target, it goes over obstacles and terrain or what have you. But when you land Flare Blitz, it gives you a big old barrier. So again, you get this one from Assault Vest for magic damage, special attack damage, whatever, man. God dang it. And then you get a barrier for overall. And then when you Unite move, what happens? Generally, you get a Buddy Barrier on yourself, that's more barrier on top of barrier. So now it sounds like you're just playing Charizard to run in there to tank for your squad. That's what the game plan is. That's what you want to do. I get it. Everybody knows what Charizard's Unite move does. Everyone is terrified of Charizard's Unite move because once it happens, you ain't getting away from him, and he's sure going to kill you regardless if you have a eject button up or not. He's going to kill you. So sitting here running a tankier setup with his Unite move or with his basic abilities, you're going to get kills. And sadly enough, I was hoping the Synerge would score. That way I can score after him. But some people don't understand how this works. But, you know, it's okay. We're able to do it anyway. And he finally does score, then I can score after him. And we can get the goal and move on with the day. Now, again, we have an Absol player on the squad, right? Who wanted to go top lane. It is what it is. Because at first I call jungle. You know how this works. I call a jungle, and then your teammates also want to go jungle, right? He takes my Lillipup, and we get back up here for a second. We try to fight this Scorbunny again and this Greninja. We're in that 1v3 situation right now, right? We're obviously going to get picked off here, just because our Synerge does run away. So we're sitting here in a 1v3 with Blastoise crowd controlling us. It's fine, everybody gets one. But in any case, Absol decided to follow me in the jungle, because, you know, all Absol players do this, every single one of you guys. And they're like, no, it's my jungle. So he takes my Lillipup, then he runs off in lane. So he goes in the top lane. If you notice his level, he's not really doing anything spectacular this game right now. Which, it's fine. You know, we'll still be able to carry this, because we do have a Mr. Mime who's actually really, really good. We have a Lucario who's pretty good this game. I didn't really pay too much attention to him, but I know he did not lose his top lane. Now we're in the situation where if we come back up here, it's just Mr. Mime. I want my buddy to make sure he's good. So I'm coming up here and killing this Cinderace player. Again, we're in a 1v3 situation here. But considering how tanky we are, we're able to survive this and get the Cinderace player killed and still stick around for some more damage. Now, as you see, when your Unite move is getting ready to peter off, you want to kind of like fall back a little bit. That way you have that movement speed. You're still flying over obstacles or what have you before you land. Because once you land, you go back to normal movement speed. Now, we end up taking the Rotom. So they have to deal with this Rotom here while we get to fight Zapdos, right? So this is a big opportunity for us to pick up Zapdos, even though we don't need it, but hey, what's going to happen? Your team's going to start it anyway, sadly enough. So we're going to come down here. You want to be part of that team player. You want to be that team player and get inside that group and make sure that you're with your squad when you're doing these things. Greninja is just way off. He missed that Unite move like crazy. It's fine. It's okay. But in the same sense, we're in this situation where if we go down to the bot lane, we can score, but Mr. Mime already got rid of the goal, so we're stuck down here in 1v2 situation, which is fine. But look at this, though. Greninja has red buff and blue buff. He's kiting me out. He's getting barriers from the little score shield thing. And he can't do enough damage to kill me. I was there for a while, guys. But like I said, Fire Punch lowers their damage by 5%. You get a barrier off Flare Blitz. It's just... he's so bulky. And a lot of people are going to expect you to run something like this. Now, this works really, really good in the jungle because your ganks are fantastic. You get Fire Punch, you get Flare Blitz. Now, on a side note, I probably should be doing these core fishes here to get my Unite move up, because this is my game plan. I'm trying to waste his time, that way he can't come up here and score or what have you. Because anything can go wrong. You don't know what your teammates are going to do. And now I get my Unite move, but it's a little bit too late. But in any case, he works great in the jungle for his ganks. His ganks out of the bush level 5 are actually pretty good. They're better than Gengar's, sadly enough. Gengar doesn't really come online until level 7, whereas Charizard can have Fire Punch or Flamethrower out of a bush. He can deal a lot of burn damage. He can impact the game with Fire Punch by getting that engage. Now we sit here and watch Lucario and Blastoise just tank it out for a minute, because Blastoise is a monster tank. And I know you guys are out there can't agree, this Pokemon does so much tanking right now. But in any case, man, we're having a lot of fun playing Charizard right now, just because of his standing in this metagame. I think a lot of people don't realize that Charizard still is pretty strong, regardless if you don't see him played that often. It's just one of those Pokemon, when he's played, he does really good and or really bad. Kind of just like Garchomp nowadays, but Charizard has a bigger impact on the metagame. Now, in any case, I'll talk to you guys later. Hopefully you guys do enjoy this. Give it a shot. Let me know. If you don't like tankier Charizard, what build setups do you use on Charizard? Are you guys having success with this Pokemon still? You still climbing? But in any case, this was Pawse Plays. Smash that like button, join that Discord. Keep a lookout for my future content, hit that notification bell, because I will be giving out codes to pick up Decidueye on the 19th of release day. I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'm gonna head out.